Hello, students. Welcome to 8th grade science. Today, I'm going to walk you through the routine and expectation on our at-home learning days. Each day where you're working on science at home, I expect you to open up Google Classroom. Don't just wait for an email about a posting to show up. Open up Google Classroom, and every day, whether this is an at-home day or an in-person day where you might not be with us, you will find a daily announcement. I post the date with the announcement to help you tell what day we're talking about, as well as the instructions for the day, including important reminders. The first thing that you should do each day is open up Google Classroom and read the daily announcement. The daily announcement will always tell you to then go read the daily slide and homework slide. You can see in my announcement that I have a link to both the daily slides presentation as well as the homework slides presentation. When you open it up, it'll take you to your slides presentation. This is the same presentation you see on days when you are in person and learning in the classroom. When you click on it, it starts with a title slide and reminds you that the most recent day is shown on slide number 2. Here on the daily slide, you can find any important announcements, as well as our learning goal and your warm-up. There's a link for where to record your warm-up. It's a Google form, and it allows me to take attendance and use your warm-ups for attendance. And then our agenda for the day, the things that we're going to do in class that day. After you read the daily slide, make sure to read the homework slide. It's set up in the same fashion where it has a title slide, and then the most recent day's activities are listed on slide number 2. Here you can find things like your homework assignments. There's another feature here about any additional materials you might need for the next day in class. If we've got a lab day, I'll put reminders about things like goggles and other materials you might need to bring with you. If you're absent, this slides presentation can help you find materials from the day that you were gone. Slide number 2 is the most recent day, but slide number 3 is the day before that, and so on. So each slide further from the daily slide is the slide before. So it's like going backwards in time. You can see the daily slide from when you're absent, warm-ups, agenda, learning goals, announcements, etc. An important thing in the announcement, it reminds you that you need to complete your warm-up each day. I use your warm-up for attendance. No warm-up and you get counted absent. The reason for this is because some of our assignments on your at-home days will not be due until the end of the day or possibly later on in the week. So I won't be able to check to see if you've gone in and completed an assignment that might not be due until school is over with for that day. So my attendance is the warm-up form. You type in your name, you answer your warm-up question in there, and I get a date and time stamped response from you and lets me know that you were present and working on science class each day. Very important. No warm-up means I count you absent. The important reminder here lets you know that you have all day to complete your activities and you can complete them at your own pace. Any activities for that day is going to be posted below the daily announcement in your stream and before the announcement from the day prior. You can also access items in our classwork tab. This has useful resources at the top, general items like your daily slides, homework slides, and monthly calendar. This calendar is set up with the same title slide, reminding you that this might not be exact. but it does give you a really good idea of what to expect each month in science class. And I try to update these as best I can a month at a time. But it points out the days that you'll be working in person in class, the days where you'll be at home, days where there may not be school or science class, as well as anything funky or weird if we have a special shortened week. Again, these examples you're viewing right now are the examples from first quarter. You'll also find other useful resources posted here as we use them in class. You can find units listed on your classwork, and materials for that unit will be posted from the top down. So this is the earliest material, and the most recent or latest one posted will be down here at the bottom. If you're not seeing a resource, you may need to click on the little View More, and that will expand any resources that have been cut off and hidden. Besides Google Classroom, there are also useful resources posted on my website. You know you're at my website if you see my giant fish face. It's got links to these daily slides. It's got links to our homework slide and our monthly calendar for both my A students and my B students. It has Google Classroom codes posted so that you can join your correct Google Classroom, as well as my contact information. If you have any questions about your at-home learning routines or need help accessing any of these materials, please feel free to give me an email. My address is brrricha@jeffcoschools.us. You know you have the right person if you see the fish face in your icon. The little fish face lets you know that it's me. Thank you so much. I hope your first day of at-home learning goes well for science class.